Babe Ruth is a hero because he helped save and change the nation's pastime. He also used his mammoth popularity to help children and raise money for charities. Babe was a hero whose actions spoke louder than his words. My personal connection to this hero is our love for baseball. Babe once said, "Baseball was, is, and always will be to me the best game in the world," and I agree with him. On February 6, 1895, George Herman Root Jr. was born. When George Jr. turned 7 years old, his parents signed over custody of their son to St. Mary's School for Boys. Brother Mathis spent a great deal of time with George Jr., providing the guidance and support that the youngster did not receive from his parents. He even helped young George develop as a baseball player. As pitcher, his fastball would scream by the batters. He also had an awesome ability to hit the ball a mile. On February 27, 1914, at the age of 19, George Jr. was signed to his first professional baseball contract by Jack Dunn. When George Jr. appeared with Dunn at the ballpark, the other players started cracking jokes, and one of the players said, "Well, here's Jack's newest babe." The rest of the players also started referring to young George as Babe, and the name stuck. After the Black Sox scandal in 1919, Americans stayed away from the ballpark. But in 1920, the Babe would hit 54 home runs and bring them all back. 54 home runs by a single player in 1920 was more home runs than all of the other teams except the Phillies. With the Babe's 54 home runs, he helped the Yankees become the first team in baseball history to draw more than 1 million fans in 1 year. Babe Ruth loved his fans, especially children. When fans asked him for an autograph, he happily signed. He spent time at children's hospital and orphanages and helped out charitable organizations to benefit children. In a 1926 World Series game, Ruth promised a critically ill 11-year-old boy that he'd hit him a homer and delivered with 3 in 1 game. "I won't be happy until we have every boy in America between the ages of 6 and 16 wearing a glove and swinging a bat," Ruth said. He loved his role as the idol of children everywhere and tried extremely hard to maintain this image. When Babe was criticized in 1922 for his off-field behavior and told he was letting down the children, Ruth cried like a baby and vowed to come back the next season a reborn man. The Babe became the first professional athlete to hire an off-season trainer. The Babe finished his career with 714 total home runs, more than twice the number of second place at the time. At 8:01 p.m. on August 16, 1948, Babe Ruth lost his battle with cancer. The Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, is visited by hundreds of thousands of people every year, and to this day, no one is asked about more than Babe by the visitors that come. More than 100 years have passed since the Babe's professional debut, and he is still a hero to baseball fans of all ages.